What if I told you that everything in your life, your success, relationships, health, and happiness, is a direct reflection of your standards? Think about it. The quality of your life is determined by what you tolerate. If you tolerate mediocrity, you'll live a mediocre life. If you tolerate excuses, you'll always find reasons to stay where you are. But if you decide that certain things are no longer acceptable, everything changes. So let me ask you, are you living at the level you truly want? Or have you settled? Have you told yourself that this is just how things are when deep down, you know you were meant for more? Most people don't realize that the reason they aren't achieving their goals isn't because they lack talent or opportunity. It's because they haven't raised their standards. They've accepted less than what they're capable of. The truth is, successful people don't just wish for better lives. They demand more from themselves. They set non-negotiable rules for what they will and will not accept. They don't hope to be disciplined. They make disciplined their standard. They don't hope to succeed. They make success the only option. And that's why they win. Now let's get real for a moment. Think about the areas in your life where you've been making excuses. Maybe you say you want to be in great shape, but you keep skipping workouts. Maybe you say you want financial freedom, but you spend hours on social media instead of learning skills that could change your life. Maybe you want a better relationship, but you keep settling for less than you deserve. If you don't change your standards, nothing else will change. And here's the hard truth. Most people don't lack potential. They lack urgency. They keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. Next week I'll be better. Someday I'll take action. But someday is a lie. There's no perfect time. The only thing separating you from the life you want is the standard you set for yourself right now. So here's what we're going to do. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to raise your standards in every area of your life, step by step. And by the end, you'll have a clear roadmap to stop settling, start demanding more, and transform the way you live, work, and think. Are you ready? Let's get started. Identify the standards that are holding you back. The first step to raising your standards is awareness. You can't change what you don't acknowledge right now. There are certain standards in your life that are keeping you stuck. Maybe you wake up late, rush through your mornings, eat poorly, or tolerate toxic relationships. Often we settle into these patterns without realizing it, telling ourselves, this is just how life is. But in reality, your life reflects what you're willing to tolerate. Ask yourself, are my finances, health, and relationships where I want them to be? Or have I accepted stress, laziness, and negativity as normal? What am I tolerating that I know I shouldn't? Maybe you waste time on distractions, let people disrespect you, or fear change. These invisible chains keep you stuck. To break free, redefine your standards. Imagine the most disciplined, successful version of yourself. What habits does this person have? How do they think and act? Once you see that vision clearly, commit to it. No more excuses. Raise your standards, and everything in your life will follow. Turn your desires into non-negotiables. Most people want success, health, and financial freedom. But wanting isn't enough. You have to make these things non-negotiable. There's a difference between wishing for success and deciding it's the only acceptable outcome. How many times have you said, I want to lose weight, or I want more money, but nothing changed? That's because most people treat success as an option. Instead of a requirement to raise your standards, create unbreakable rules. Don't try to eat healthy. Make clean eating your standard. Don't hope to work hard. Make discipline your standard. Don't wish for better relationships. Demand self-respect as a standard. Successful people don't wake up and ask, do I feel like working today? They take action. No matter what. The difference between winners and those who struggle is commitment. When successful people say they'll wake up at 5 a.m. to work on their dreams, they do it. No excuses. If they commit to the gym, they go. Even when tired, they remove escape routes and eliminate the option to fail. What if starting today, you removed every excuse? What if you stopped saying, "I'll try," and started saying, "This is who I am now"? When you turn success, discipline, and excellence into your default mode, everything in your life begins to change. Change your environment to match your new standards. Your environment influences your standards more than you realize. If you're surrounded by negative people, lazy habits, or constant distractions, it's nearly impossible to elevate your life. No matter how strong your mindset is, if your environment is pulling you in the wrong direction, it will eventually wear you down. That's why successful people are intentional about shaping their surroundings to support their goals. Ask yourself, who are the 5 people I spend the most time with? Do they push me to grow, or do they drain my energy? Does my daily routine reflect the life I want, or am I stuck in patterns that keep me from leveling up? If you're always around people who complain, procrastinate, or settle for mediocrity, you'll start to adopt those behaviors, whether you realize it or not. If your routine is filled with mindless scrolling, junk food, and wasted hours, how can you expect to achieve high-level success? Sometimes raising your standards means letting go of things and people that no longer serve you. It means distancing yourself from toxic relationships, eliminating distractions, and designing a life that supports your highest potential. Create an environment where success is the natural outcome. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. Organize your space to eliminate distractions. Turn your daily routine into a system that aligns with your goals. When your environment reflects your new standards, success becomes inevitable. Set clear, unshakable rules for yourself. Think about the most successful people in the world. They don't just wake up and see how the day goes. They have strict personal rules that dictate their actions no matter how they feel. They don't negotiate with their emotions. They don't wait for motivation. They have already decided how they will operate, and they stick to it. What are your personal rules? Are they clear and unshakable, or do they change based on your mood? Imagine waking up every day with a set of rules that eliminate doubt and decision fatigue rules. Like, I don't waste time on social media when I should be working. I don't sleep past 6-7 a.m. I don't skip workouts. No matter what, when you define clear rules, your brain follows them automatically. You stop debating whether or not to take action. You just do it. This is how discipline is built. The key is to make these rules non-negotiable. There's no sometimes or only if I feel like it. It's either you stick to them or you stay in the same place. The moment you commit to living by high standards every single day, everything in your life will change. Take action and prove to yourself that you've leveled up. At the end of the day, raising your standards is meaningless if you don't take action. You can read all the books, watch all the motivational videos, and plan every detail. But if you don't execute, nothing changes. Success is not about what you say you're going to do. It's about what you actually do. The only way to truly level up is to prove to yourself through action that you are no longer operating at the old level. Here's how to do it. Pick one area of your life where you need to raise your standards. Maybe it's your health, finances, mindset, or relationships. Decide what the new standard is and make it a non-negotiable. Write it down, say it out loud, lock it into your identity, then take immediate action today. No delays, no excuses. If your new standard is waking up early, set an alarm and get out of bed without hesitation. If it's eliminating distractions, delete apps that waste your time. If it's getting in shape, go to the gym today. Don't wait for next Monday. Once you start acting at a higher level, something amazing happens. Your mind starts to believe that this is just who you are. Now, you stop seeing yourself as someone who struggles and start seeing yourself as someone who dominates. This shift in identity is what separates those who talk about change from those who actually achieve it. You are capable of more, but the only way to prove it is through relentless action. Start now. Your life will never exceed the standards you set for yourself. If you want better health, stronger relationships, career, success, or financial freedom, it all starts with you. No one is going to do it for you. The moment you decide that you will no longer accept less than you deserve, everything begins to shift. Your habits, change your mindset, sharpens your results, improve. But it all starts with a choice. The choice to raise your standards and never settle for mediocrity again. Stop accepting average. Stop tolerating things that don't align with your goals. Stop making excuses for why you haven't made the changes you know you need to make. Decide today that you will never settle for less again. Decide that from this moment forward, you are operating at a higher level, and once you make that decision, follow through with action every single day. And above all, don't just do this for yourself. Do it for the people you love. Take care of your family, support your loved ones, and be someone they can look up to. Because when you raise your standards, you don't just change your life, you inspire others to do the same. Remember, the only limits in life are the ones you accept. Raise your standards, take action, and watch your entire world transform. If this video inspired you, then make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Mind. Because success starts with a single decision, and that decision begins today. Let's keep pushing forward, raising our standards, and creating the life we truly deserve.